Okay guys, I'm gonna do a get ready with me today. Let's just ignore my voice because I am getting a little bit sick, but I didn't realize how bad I sound. Okay, so today is my sweater's birthday, and so I'm gonna be getting ready for that. We're gonna go like to the little pier to eat like seafood. I do have a few new makeup products that I'm gonna be using. Shout out to my boyfriend. So I'm excited. I do have some more that's coming in the mail, so once I get those that are in the mail, I'm gonna do a haul and act like I haven't used these ones yet. But first thing I'm gonna be using is the One Size Secure the Sweat Primer. I'm so excited to use this because I really wanted it. Oh, it kind of gushed out. I think that was my fault because why was I squeezing it that hard? Okay, I'm gonna just put whatever squeezed out on my face. It's like a... I really like the texture of it. It's like not what I expected at all. Okay guys, also I have little boy hands because I'm about to tell you guys a juicy story time. So I have this nail tech that I had like just started going to. I would say I think in October is the first time that I went to her. So let me tell you guys what happened. So on the beginning of this month, I texted her to schedule an appointment, okay? And she had been posting on her story that she's only gonna do nails for like the first 2 weeks of March, I believe, or something like that. And then so I was like, okay, like, and then she's gonna come back, and I was like, okay, let me like get my nails done like the last week that she, or like right before she leaves, and then by the time she comes back, like it'll be like barely like the 2 weeks, so I could still like be caught up on my nail appointments, you know. And so I texted her on March 10th and I was like, I asked her if I could book for that week at 8 a.m. So on March 10th, I think that Thursday would be the 13th. Yeah, so that same week. And then she replied, she's like, okay, yeah, like we could do that. Send the deposit and then like let me know what set you want. Okay, so I sent her the deposit and then everything was good. The night before, which is the 12th, she texted me and she was like, just confirming for your appointment tomorrow at 8 a.m. And I was like, yeah, perfect, I'll be there. And that's it. Then on the 13th, I have all the messages, that's why I'm like looking this way. She texted me and she's like, hey, I'm sorry, but I won't be able to do your nails. My power is off and I need to be able to do them. And I needed to be able to do them. I'm so sorry. Would you want to reschedule for another day? And I was like, okay, this is like her first time like canceling on me. So I was like, whatever. I mean, it was like raining and stormy that day. So I was like, I'm not going to be a bitch to her, you know? And then I texted her and I was like, yeah, like, no worries. That's okay. Like, and then I was like, that's okay. I'm just not sure when you're open since you said this was your last week doing nails. Because I guess that was the week that she was going to last be doing nails. Or, yeah, whatever. You know what I mean. And then she was like, sorry, but yes. And then she's like, I'll just be doing them till the 18th of next week. So if you, and then I'll be doing them again till next month. And then I was like, I was like, okay, do you have the 18th at 8 a.m.? Which is going to be a Tuesday, right? And then she said, yes, we can do that. And then that was all on March 13th, which was supposed to be my original appointment, right? I'm looking crazy right now, but she's the 17th, she then texted me and she was like, hey, just confirm me for tomorrow's appointment at 8 a.m. And I said, hey, like, yes. And she let me keep the deposit from the last appointment, obviously, because it was a reschedule. So I was like, okay. And then I said, yeah. And then she's like, okay, like, see you tomorrow at 8 a.m. So that was on March 17th. And then the day of the appointment was supposed to be March 18th at 8 a.m. And then she texted me at 7:30. And she was like, Hey, good morning. I'm sorry, but I won't be able to do your nails. My power is off. Not sure when it will be back on, and I needed to be able to do your nails. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Or would you want to reschedule some other time? I'm sorry. I just woke up and my power doesn't turn on. And I was like, okay. This time I was like, I was already like getting ready, like to leave to her house. And then she texted me that, and I was like, bro, like, like, and she said the same excuse. Like, last time, I did believe her because she said, like, that, and it was, like, raining and, like, stormy the night before. So I knew that, like, oh, that's a possibility. But this time, like, the weather was fine. Like, it was cold outside, but there was not, like, rain or nothing. So I was like, okay, that's kind of weird. Like, how's your power out again, right? And then I texted her back. I, like, read her message that, like, at 7:30, like, when she sent it to me, but I didn't respond back because I was like, bruh, like, I didn't really believe her this time because I was like, how is your power out again, you know? I finally did respond at 11:30 a.m. and I said, hey, girl, no worries. Can you refund the deposit? Because, like, I know the whole, like, deposit non-refundable or whatever, but that only makes sense when I'm wasting your time, you know? But you're wasting my time. And you're still gonna get paid $20 deposit for a job that you didn't do? No, that's stupid. And then I wait the whole day. She doesn't respond to that message. And then she was posting the rest of the day. Like, literally, I texted her at 11:30 for the refund, like, refund my deposit. Bro, my lashes are being stupid. Right? And the only reason is because she was posting on her story, like, at 10 a.m. or 11 a.m. that, like, her sets that she was doing. So she was obviously, like, doing nails, which is fine. Like, if your power really did go out and then it went back in, like, continue your work. Do you, girl? But, like, at the same time, it's your second time canceling. So I just wanted my refund back. That's it. Like, I wasn't trying to have any problems or nothing. So that whole day I gave her time. She didn't respond, so I was like, okay, weird. So then the next morning at 9:20, I texted her, or 9:14, whatever. I texted her. I was like, hey, girl, let me know what we can do since you aren't doing nails right now until April. That's just what works for me, like the refund. Like, that's, you're not doing nails anymore, because remember that day that I had rescheduled for it, that was supposed to be her last day, because she said I'll be doing nails until the 18th next week, and that day that I rescheduled was the 18th, so that was supposed to be her last day doing nails. And then she didn't respond still. That was at 9 in the morning, right? And she was posting all, like, on her story, like more nails, and she wasn't responding to me, and I was like, okay, like, at this point, like, you canceled on me twice, and, like, I don't know, I was just, like, I felt, like, really tired of her shit. Well, not even like that, but, like, I deserve, like, the respect of at least getting a response, right? And then she was like, oh, and then I texted her again at 10:12 p.m. She, like, posted on her story, like, oh, an open spot for, like, whatever day, right? Like, tomorrow. I think it was for, like, the next day. Like, she has an open spot. And I responded to her story, and I said, hey, girl, I didn't know you were still doing nails. Can I reschedule the appointment for this one instead? Because it was an 8 a.m. appointment, and that's what works for me because I have a full-time job. And then since I had texted her so late, like, it was like 10 in the night, and her appointment was for 8 a.m. the next day. And then I just said, let me know if that works. I know it says no appointment, so in that case, if we can figure something else out instead, like, I could do that, you know?
Let's get ready, but let's talk about some recent school drama that's actually been getting on my nerves recently. So I'm gonna use code names for everyone. Me, Maya, Carolyn, Jessica. Those are gonna be the names, remember the names. Everything's going good, like, this friend group is fun to hang out with. There's absolutely no drama at the school. If you see this on your For You page, comment For You page right now because you will want to be in tune with the whole video. So then, of course, we randomly get a new kid. Never really spoke to him that day. We never really cared that there was a new kid even there. New kid, I think we're gonna call Jack. We always sit in the counselor's room for lunch. The lunchroom is so crowded, so we always go in there. Nobody else like bothers us when we're in there. And then he just shows up and is like eating in there, which we're like, what? I mean, it's fine. We all get along. But he is making some like really rude comments to my one friend, Jessica. So we're all still kind of like iffy of him. And then he proceeds to make rude comments about Jessica the next couple days that we see him. But of course, we can already tell that Maya likes him. She's like denying it and then finally tells my one friend that she does like him. Then she starts becoming friends with Jack.
Alani story time. Okay, first of all, I did not expect that video to go as viral as it did, or expect so many people to find this account that I actually know. Okay, basically, starting freshman year, I would have probably an Alani like every school day. So not every single day, but every school day. But this happened the beginning of sophomore year. I was in chemistry class and we were doing a lab. If you hear stuff going on out there, there's workers at my house. But my teacher was like demonstrating a lab to us, and all of a sudden, I felt like really like dizzy and like gross. So I asked my friend to like switch spots with me so I could like lean against the wall to see if that would help. But then I just like felt like I was about to like collapse. So I asked my friend to take me to the nurse because one, I didn't know where it was. Two, I was like, I'm gonna fall down the hallway. There was like an assistant teacher in there with us that day, and when my friends said that they were gonna take me to the nurse, she offered. And then next thing I know, I collapsed, but I don't really remember anything. So all of like my friends that were in the room like filled me in on the story. They said I was like walking out the door and I literally just fell. And the teacher tried to catch me, but like when you don't realize someone's entire weight is falling, like you can't really catch them as easy. So they said I kind of hit my head, but not like that hard. So I was completely unconscious for 8 minutes. And then when I like woke up, I guess, I just opened my eyes and I could like see everything and hear everyone, but I like physically could not move or speak. That lasted for about an hour and a half. But I ended up having to go code through the hospital, which is lights and sirens, because I was still kind of unresponsive. When I got to the hospital, I was probably there for about like 2 hours getting my like EEGs, EKGs, and then like all my MRIs done. After about an hour and a half, when I started like waking up, I just remember being like freezing and kind of being like out of it. I was really weak and I had to like walk around like a lap around the hospital before we could leave, so we had to stay there for like an extra hour before I could like actually get up and do that. But once we got home, my grandparents brought me food and I ate and just kind of like slept. After I like slept and took a nap, I like felt like normal again. I literally felt like almost perfectly back to normal like the next day, so I convinced my mom to let me go back to school because I had a test I didn't want to miss. But there were so many like rumors going around that like I like fell on the stairs or that I had like seizures. There were some that like I like hurt myself, which is crazy. But we had to get a lot of tests done to try to see if we could like actually find the problem. And the only thing they told us is that they think it's from the Alanis that I was drinking. So I was banned by all my doctors from drinking Alanis. And they said like I could still have some caffeine, just not that much, and in that kind of like drink, I guess. So Alani, if you're seeing this, please make an uncaffeinated version because I miss the drinks so much. That's all. Bye, guys.
Get ready with me while I tell you about how I was cheated on for 9 months. I'm gonna condense this story so much and leave out so many details because honestly, this could be a podcast episode. So it all started when I was 16 years old. I met this guy and we started talking and everything was super normal at first. He was super good. But honestly, I was going through a really difficult time in my life. My parents had just kind of gotten divorced. My family was falling apart. Like, I had a ton of issues like that I was going through. And honestly, I just feel like he kind of took advantage of me while I was at my lowest. The first 4 months were fine, I would say. And then he kind of started getting a little bit crazy. He never wanted to meet my friends. He didn't want to take me to his prom. He was lying to me about a lot of stuff. And I don't know, vibes were just kind of weird. He, didn't really like a lot of things about me and, really wanted me to change myself, to fit into, his narrative. The first year we were together, he wouldn't get me anything for my birthday. He wouldn't spend Valentine's Day with me. He was just like honestly not a good boyfriend. But again, I was going through a really hard time in my life, and his family kind of became like my rock, so I kind of was just like sticking it out because like I was super close with everybody. We're together from my junior to senior year in high school. Honestly, like things are fine. We fight a lot, but like it's fine, I guess. Then as we're about to go off to college, he wanted to go to college in Chicago and I was going to college in Tampa. I wanted to break up because I kind of wanted to like get the college experience, not really going to college with a long distance boyfriend. And honestly, I had already kind of thought he had cheated on me, so I assumed that he was going to cheat on me again. So we go to college, and literally in the first week, it's just so bad. Like, not answering me, going to like girls' apartments, going out all hours of the night. It was my birthday the first week of college, treated me like crap on my birthday. He hated that I was going through sorority recruitment. He thought I was like a sellout. I had this crazy intuition. If you know me and are close with me, I will have like dreams or thoughts about things happening, and then they will happen like the day after or shortly after. I don't know if it's woman intuition. I don't know if I'm just literally crazy. I have no idea. One night, I literally wake up out of my sleep, literally bawling, crying, and I text him. I'm like, are you okay? What's going on? Something's going on. I literally could just like feel it in my bones. He's like, yeah, everything's fine. Like, love you. Go back to bed. Like, blah, blah, blah. The next day we're on FaceTime. He's being so weird. I'm like, something fucking is going on. He calls me literally bawling, crying, like 2 days after, and he's like, I cheated on you, blah, blah, blah. He tried to lie about the way he cheated on me, which now obviously I know wasn't a lie. Again, I'm not going to give details, but he kind of made himself out to be like a victim. I freaked out. I had a plane ticket to go fly and see him like the week after he cheated on me, so like I made him Venmo me for my plane ticket. I like literally bugged the freak out on him. And then whatever, he was like, it was a mistake, blah, blah, blah. It didn't mean to happen. Like, please, I'll do anything. He was sending me love letters. He was sending me flowers. He was crying all the time. He was calling me. Like, he was just like freaking out. So then we go home for like a break in October, and I see him, and he's like, please get back together with me. I love you, blah, blah, blah. I'm dumb, so I fall for it. We get back together. I visit him in Chicago. Again, he's just like an asshole to me, whatever. We go through all of my freshman year being together. The summer of my freshman year, going into my sophomore year of college, oh my God, it was so awful. He hated me our entire relationship, and I think I just like never knew it. But that whole summer was terrible, and I remember in August I was at his house and he was sitting on the couch ignoring me. So his mom took me to go get food with her, and she literally was like, you don't deserve this, like honestly, like this is ridiculous. And she left to go do something, and I walked back into the house and I was like, I'm breaking up with you. You treat me terribly. So I break up with him, and then I go back to college. Again, my birthday is at the beginning of the semester. It's the end of August. He calls me on my birthday, sends flowers to my apartment, is sending me gifts. Emma, I love you so much. I need you back. Like, you are the love of my life. This man was putting in the work to get back together with me. Like, literally the fucking work. Again, you guys, I am stupid, and I was falling for it. So we were still talking every day. We were having like FaceTime sleepovers, like literally like planning like our marriage and our children and like blah, blah, blah. Again, so stupid. We go home for Thanksgiving. He is crying in my bed. I can't lose you. I will do anything, literally saying the most like down bad, pathetic things that a man should never say. I'm low-key gonna skip over the next part of the story because this is like actually like where the villain, really awful things that he did came in. But basically something happened. You guys literally can just scroll and figure out what happened to me. And basically got blamed for everything. And I later found out that he used the thing that happened to me as an excuse to his other girlfriend on why he was still talking to me.
This happened to Emma. She has nobody else. Her family isn't really around, and I just have to be there for her. I have to be there for her. She has nobody else.
When our break happens, I literally am living at his parents' house. I spend Thanksgiving with them. I spend Christmas with them. I spent New Year's with them. Literally, just like we are together, spending every holiday together, spending the holidays with his family, with his grandparents, literally skipping out on my family holidays for this man. Keep in mind, this whole time I was low-key sus of him. There was like this one girl that I was just like really kind of sus of, and I actually ended up DMing her like around Thanksgiving, and yeah, like basically she was like, yeah, it's like nothing's going on, like whatever. We leave to go back to school, and I remember just like crying my eyes out when he was leaving, because honestly I just kind of knew that like we were like never gonna see each other again. Like I don't know why, but again, I just had this crazy intuition. January goes along, he's literally like, blah blah blah, you're the love of my life, if you sleep with anybody else I will literally kill you, like FaceTime sleepovers, you call it the whole gist. You guys already know, this is just keeps repeating itself. One day, again, I couldn't sleep, and I go to my DM requests on Instagram, and literally 3 minutes before I did that, I had gotten a DM from this girl. We're gonna call her Becca. Becca DM'd me and said, hey, are you with his name? We're gonna call him James. Hey, are you and James together? I respond with, yeah, like, kinda, why? She calls me on the phone. She tells me that they have been together since like 3 days before my birthday. Like she literally tells me the exact date that they had like first like hung out. We three-way call this motherfucker. He is such a fucking dick. I literally, oh my god, like he is literally insane. I call his mom. I tell him he is addicted to blank. I'm like, fuck him. I don't even care. Like, I'm literally gonna ruin your life now. Becca is like, yeah, telling me all this stuff he said about me. Like, literally, he just, like, lied on my name about everything. Told this girl that the only reason he still talks to me is because he feels bad for me and I have nobody in my life and, like, I don't have a relationship with my parents. Which is not true, by the way, obviously. I block him on everything, and he keeps making fake numbers to text me. Like, literally, he would make a fake number, text me, beg for me back. Then I'd block that number. He'd make another fake number, text me, beg for me back. Call me, send me paragraphs. Like, literally, he was insane. Me and the girl literally, like, ended up, like, comparing text messages. He would text us the exact same things. Like, he had just moved into this new house. He sent us the exact same video. He would wear my clothes around her, her clothes around me, vice versa. I had a stuffed animal named Tortuga that I gave to him when he went to college. Tortuga literally was on his bed, and he lied to her about Tortuga. And, like, they would, like, well, my stuffed animal was on his bed. The first time he told her that he loved her was when I was sleeping next to him on New Year's Eve. He would send us the exact same TikToks, literally the same, like, Instagram memes. Then one day I had a dream that the two of them got back together, so I texted her and I said, hey, are you guys back together? Spoiler alert, they were, and they still are together to this day, I think. I don't know, I haven't really checked up on them. He literally was still texting me, like, basically while they were back together, begging for me back. Having one significant other is so draining enough. I don't know how he had two. Anyways, yeah, that's where my villain origin story started. Thank you, James, for ruining my life.